Absolute Batman faces off with Poison Ivy, the second half of their encounter in what I think we can probably all agree was a banger issue of Absolute Batman, but not necessarily the star of the show this week.
Oh,
Comics the Magazine #1 has officially released. Yeah, there it is.
well,
There it is.
my shop had it right at the cash register too. It was like, "You gonna check out? Well, you're gonna see that this exists."
That's super smart.
Yeah,
I love that. That's not how my LCS displayed it, interestingly, but definitely that's the better way.
it's funny. I was like, "Oh, I'm excited for this." He's like, "Yeah, I'm happy. I know people doing it." I'm like, "You know Adam?" He's like, "I know Adam." I'm like, "Yeah, I know Adam."
Hell yeah. Awesome. Now, I realize that my books are not next to me. So, Tyler, if you could just quickly tell the audience
Yeah.
what your LCS experience was like or
Oh,
whatever you
sure,
want.
sure, sure. So I did pick up Comics the Magazine, which I was so happy they had because I had to go on Thursday, so I was a little nervous. I was a little nervous about it. Like some of you may know, I'm a hybrid reader at this point. I don't got that much room, so I got to be specific about what physical copies I get. So I picked up Absolute Batman, and I picked up Sirens. I know
Oh,
Hound's out there reading this. This is a good book. I didn't get to this issue. But then I also picked up the Red Band. I don't have a band, so I can actually get this. But I have never picked up a Red Band book outside of like what was it? Blood Hunt. So Alias might be opened up later. I don't know. I got to read it somehow. It's not digital, so
awesome, dude.
yeah.
I gotta say, you're not gonna see Alias in my stack
You stuck to the band.
because I'm banned,
Well, you
but
just
I
you just gave people
really
hints about Sean's stack. Sean, you're cooking the
well,
books.
I mean, everybody knows I'm banned. I've been upfront about my ban, but quite frankly, I'm bummed about it. I would have really enjoyed reading that. So,
Dave, is that a David Mack Alias cover, Jessica Jones cover? Like, you can't. I don't even care what's inside of it at this point.
and Tyler, let's not even forget, bro, our boy Sam Humphreys.
I do like Sam
Right?
Humphries,
Yeah.
so I am pretty excited about that. See, he's like one of Bendis's boys, so
Yes.
he's taking over Bendis's child in a way.
Now, we've got Absolute Batman 18 on the docket, of course. Comics the Magazine #1. We'll get into that. Dork #2. Is it just hype or is there something to it?
Ooh.
We're going to talk about Tigress Island. I have nothing to show you, fuckers.
There was discussion about that in the Discord because I
I
guess
know.
people know what shop you go to at this point in our Discord. So people go to the same shop. They're like, "Yo, you need to get there now, Sean." They were like tagging you.
Yeah, Voltage, man. Voltage. We're going to have words, Voltage.
He should have got you one, stayed there, and then he could have had a chance to meet Sean.
You could have been a homie. You
Damn,
could have been a homie. Instead, you were a hater.
damn.
Wow, bro. Fuck it. He got the last copy. He got the last copy. Do you understand that what I'm saying is a listener of this channel got the very last copy of Tiger Island? And I know that little fucking pipsqueak. I know that Voltage Punk would not have even purchased that damn book
It's
if it
true.
weren't for the fact
Wait, hold on.
that we talk about this stuff right here. He could have hooked it up. He could have been a buddy. He could have been a pal. That's right, Geek Update. He could have been a pal. But he's sitting at home right now with a copy of Tigress Island, and I'm not.
And I don't want it now.
Me neither. No, because that boy a gooner.
You-
You ever been? Have you ever been on voice chat with Voltage?
I don't.
He's a psycho. He's a gooner.
Damn. That is hilarious. Though, that you are the maker of your own demise in a way.
Yes.
You might have you never have had a podcast. You might have been able to pick this book up. That is
Right.
fucking funny.
It's crazy. I'm done in by my own people. Voltage. Come on, brother.
It be your own man's.
Wow. What? Wow.
You should have told me this. There was a couple copies in my shop. I'll check next. If they're still there next week, I'll let you know.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate it. Voltage, you did me dirty, brother, but I still love you. I still fuck with you. You're my little man.
What do you know he's little?
Because he's 22, man.
I mean, I guess little in
He's chopped.
numerically.
He's unk now.
He's chopped in Unk at 22.
You didn't hear about the H-flation? Anyway, TMNT number 16 and X-Men United number 1. All right. We've been talking crazy, all right? We've been talking crazy. Let's get into the books. Let's get into the comics. Some of you might not even know who I'm talking about. We're deep into the fucking like Discord.
Yeah, bring
lore.
them back to Absolute Batman. I think they're familiar with that.
Everybody who's from the Discord is loving this right now. You look at the chat, I see you. We all know what I'm talking about.
Are they in the
All right.
Discord? Okay, no, they're not in the Discord. Okay, I can see when I'm at work, I see the little volume icon. I'm like, these fuckers.
Yep, chatting as always. You're welcome, Voltage. Let's talk about Absolute Batman number 18. This is, of course, by Scott Snyder, who has done such an amazing job. When we're talking about Scott Snyder and this book, again, when we talk about Comics the Magazine, but we've got on this issue Eric Canetti on art with colors by Frank Martin and letters by Clayton Cowles. So Poison Ivy has revealed her final form, which is this grotesque, almost Resident Evil looking villain. She looks like she could be the result of Umbrella's experimentations.
You know what, Sean? Still would.
Oh yeah,
yeah. That's how I got to go out. That's how I got to go out.
Yeah. There's definitely an appeal.
Yeah.
And Batman is, trying to burn the forest down, trying to chainsaw it down. Interspersed, we see, him still failing to contact his friends, still, trying and not having success there. Then, of course, Martha Wayne is meeting with the Court of Owls that has a different vibe, different feel here, and we're getting an understanding of that. And what we're also getting an understanding of is just how deeply rooted the Joker is in Gotham. What'd you think of Absolute Batman 18?
Peak O the week, as they say. Is this do I say pick O the week? Is this the most recent Palace polls we'll have till St. Patrick's Day? Does that count?
It is.
Okay.
It is,
so yeah, pick of the week. That wasn't even, I can't even do a fucking Irish accent. Pick
Dude,
of the week. No,
I'm
that was
Irish.
Jamaican.
Yeah, well, are you Irish? You're not Irish.
I am.
Oh, you
Yeah.
are. Okay, so we both are bad Irishmen.
There's a way for me to get into it. It's just not that. It's just pick of the week is not a way for me to get into my Irish accent. Apparently, it sounds like Warcraft trolls. I really like this. This was a wild issue. I mean, a lot of it's kind of the same beats as the previous issue, but kind of just the next step for that. I thought the continuation of, Batman trying to have to deal with like his civilian life kind of interspersed throughout this, that was really good stuff. My favorite thing, and I'm so happy Snyder did it, was revealing that like Gordon knows.
Yeah.
Mayor Gordon, because that's something like we brought up, I think, in issue 1, where it's like, yo, this dude's huge. How does nobody know that this is Batman? And I like how Snyder, being a Gordon guy, I mean, he wrote Gordon as Batman during his, main Batman run. Made sense to be like, obviously he's going to know. Someone's going to be able to see through this. And I thought that was a great beat. That adds a new dimension, too. Almost like that Batman's kind of got like 2 Alfreds now. Weird way. And then seeing that, and then Batman like not being able to get through to his friends, really break him down, and then it contextualizes his choice at the end of the issue. I thought that was really, really good. I thought the pacing through this issue was phenomenal. And fucking Eric Canetti, I'm gonna follow whatever the book Canetti's on.
Wow.
Yeah. Did you know he did a book with Remender?
No, what book was that?
It's oof. The trade just came out at Image this week. It was like a 2016 book, so it was a while ago.
Let me look it up.
Yeah, it was Matt Broom, I think, on it as well. But I saw it in
the End League.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, it was. I guess we get Image review copies. I will say that, digital review copies, and I noticed it was in there, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? How did I never hear about this?
Wow, I've never heard of this.
So that might be something I pick up. because I'm a big Remender guy, and I really like Canetti in this. Canetti's art is kinetic. The way that he draws Batman just like slicing and dicing and slashing. It almost felt like a video game, you know? Like you mentioned
Sure.
Resident Evil, but I was thinking almost like a side scroller, like a beat 'em up side scroller, just waves and waves of these things. Yeah, I love this issue. I'm yapping at this point. So what do you think?
No, I largely agree with you, man. I think this was excellent. And I think it's my pick of the week, but there was another book that I just loved so much this week that
Oh,
it's like I really want to pick it. And I was like, this I read that first because I always read Absolute Batman last.
oh,
And the whole time I'm like, that's my pick of the week. That's my pick of the week. I'm not changing. I won't. And then, this issue just kept getting better and better.
okay.
And it was really this page where I was like, yeah, this is that good shit.
Which
And
one?
it's the page with
The spores.
the spores,
Yeah, yeah,
because just how crazy that looks, dude.
yeah.
You know those rooms, I forget what dungeon it is in World of Warcraft,
Oop.
but there's just all these mushrooms, right? I looked at this and I'm like, I feel like there's a boss room.
That's your only descriptor?
Yeah,
That's a lot of dungeons, Sean.
I
Warcraft
know.
loves. We have a
You're
whole zone now in Midnight that is all it's half mushroom.
well. Well, you get the point. The point is that like it looks so damn cool. I love the construction of the page.
Yeah,
I love the lettering. This is a comic book where you really can appreciate it for all its dimensions. I'm not just wowed by the writing. I'm not going to just sit here and talk to you about the art. The totality of this book is what makes it so damn good.
yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna ask, what did you think of the Martha Wayne, the Court of Owls stuff? Because that's Snyder, reheating his own nachos.
Right. And that is the only thing that really took this down a peg for me.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm not sure that I really care for this. Oh, she was a super
she was
spy, not spy,
she was a
but
Talon.
she was a talent. And the only reason, and I'd feel this way if it were Thomas Wayne,
Yeah,
is because I don't ever like the idea of like, oh, you thought he was the first one to be, some kind of a super person? You're wrong. Actually, it was his father or his mother. I never liked that. Like
uh,
the same way Wonder Woman isn't the original Wonder Woman anymore. It's
oh, I see, I see.
like that kind of thing.
Even in an alternate reality situation where it's not
Yeah,
really a retcon, but it's a new
because
con.
because it's just like, what are the odds? That's always what it comes back to for
I
me.
guess,
What
yeah,
are the
yeah, yeah.
odds? Like
Which
he or yeah, go
I
ahead.
would say, which even makes the idea like if she was a Talon, and we know what Talons do if you read, the Talon stuff that was in New 52 era stuff. Um, they're fucking nuts. So if she was that, it would kind of make sense that this Bruce has that dog in him, that type of dog in him. It's almost genetic. But it doesn't make sense that she doesn't see that in him. Or maybe that does. Maybe that actually adds to why she doesn't see it. Because she's so close to it and blinded by it in a way.
Well, Gordon does sort of say that,
Yeah.
but I'm not buying it for the same reason he knows that Bruce is Batman.
Yeah.
This brother is 6'9". There's only one person in Gotham it could be.
Yo, get him out of Gotham and get him on the court. What the fuck's he doing?
Did you see? He looks like a Monstar. Are you kidding me? He
Oh,
can't play in the fucking NBA. Look at this, bro. Look at how swollen he is
yo,
next to Gordon.
that bro took fucking Charles Barkley's power.
PEDs.
Damn.
Yeah.
Maybe Larry Bird, actually.
He's on Mike's special stuff. He's fucking jacked. There is nobody else that it could be.
That's a good reference right there.
Thank you.
Yeah. They sell that water bottle at Target for the 30th anniversary, but you can write like Sean special stuff on it.
I would buy that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I would buy, and Patrick Zay is absolutely right. I love that. This guy doesn't have the makings of a varsity athlete. That's a deep Sopranos cut. You want to talk about a reference? But
Was he
yeah,
talking about his son in that quote?
yes, I
Damn,
believe so.
his
Yeah.
fucking chopped son.
But yeah, this issue really has motion. Like there's so much happening in it. I could see a person getting overwhelmed, but I love issues of books like that don't feel, somehow it doesn't feel like it's rushing, but it's also not decompressed. There are
Hmm.
only 2 issues in this arc, and we get it, and it feels like it's breathing, but it doesn't feel like it's living in any particular moment for so long that we get tired of anything. Like it says what it has to say and it gets out and it's great.
You think it's better than the Freeze 2 issue one?
Um I think this one is just more for my taste,
Sure,
but I'm not willing to say it's better.
sure, okay. What did you think of his choice?
Yo, that was awesome.
Is it? It was. I think it was. Oh, who was it in the Discord? I think it was like Ivy in the Discord. Ivy Moon, possibly, who mentioned like they were upset about Bruce's choice. I mean, obviously you're Ivy fans, so like I get it, but it is a distinct choice. It's a
Yeah.
very non-traditional choice where this Batman, instead of like trying to rehab his villains, he fucking just essentially officer.
Yeah.
There's superpowers involved, so she's not like dead, but the thing that matters most to her is gone now. Um,
He did something cruel.
yeah, yep, and that was in reaction to the conversation he has with Gordon, where he's like, "You just need to go, you need to change, or like go to the next level and evolve." And this is the way he thinks he needs to evolve.
Yeah. Yeah, I really liked it because that's one of the few like choices that
Mhm.
I've seen this version make that feel actually different
Yeah,
from mainline Bruce.
it and I think because of the also the contextualization of him losing his friends throughout these 2 issues too. Like they don't want anything to do with him. So his tethers are gone.
Yeah,
So he's a lot less Bruce and just Batman AF going forward. And I think that was really shown with that choice at the end.
absolutely. Yeah, I really love Scott's swings with this book.
Mm.
And again, sometimes, the dialogue is a little too purple, a little too cute, but
Aura farming dialogue.
yeah,
Yeah.
but I look past it with Scott because I know that's just sort of what he likes to do. But when this book gets grimy, it goes there. When
Yeah.
he's blasting Poison Ivy with that
Hey,
sonic
went one hole
gun.
now.
Well, listen. Um, but like I loved that whole piece. And this page right here, I thought was excellent. This page right here where Bruce is blasting her, where his mother's
You
getting
gotta find it.
blasted.
You gotta come on. You can't be talking about Bruce's mom getting blasted on the show. You got Patrick Zay in chat. He's fucking
we have some deadly gooners in this audience.
I
So
don't
you're
want
you're
that
you're
to
right.
be our reputation, right? That could be the chat's reputation. I refuse to be subject to that.
We're Pals Hub by now. It's crazy.
All right, I'll
Um,
make the shirt.
yo, I actually was gonna tell you off air. I didn't even mean to make that reference. I had thought about this the other day. I was gonna say to you, you should do that.
Do it tonight.
You're, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Um, oh yeah, Barbara Gordon. I
Mm,
like that she saw what Bruce did or what Batman did.
mm. Helped him in a way.
Yeah, she did. She did help him. But I like that she saw his cruelty.
Mm.
He's like, she said to fight what's coming, I need to evolve. I just took her advice. Damn, dude.
Yeah. And
And
also the evolution while she's holding the helmet and like reflecting. Yeah.
yeah, and she's like, you should just take this back because I don't want to be involved with this. But one thing that I loved about this this page is that at the top of it, we've got this chunky panel with Poison Ivy saying, "I'll kill you, Batman, you monster." She's clearly a monster. Visually speaking, she's a monster.
I feel
But
for
what
her though.
he right, but what
Yeah.
he did was monstrous. And he created an arch enemy now.
Mm.
So like this is the first villain he has who has an actual genuine hate for
And,
him.
and his friends do too. And we know they will
Sure.
become villains.
Sure. Yeah.
So it's almost like this book is perpetuating the theory that mainline DC has, where it's like Batman's villains would not exist without Batman.
Right.
We are seeing that theory be self-fulfilling in this book.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn, what a dummy.
He's making mistakes.
Yeah.
Or he's making choices that have visible consequence. It's not like DC will say Batman creates his villains. They'll posit that theory. This book is showing the work that his actions are actually causing this.
Yeah. And Ivy knows who he is too. She was in his
Right.
head, the telepathy sort of situation she had going on. And his other rogues know who she is too.
Yep.
Huh.
Yeah, that's bad.
And that's gonna be complicated, yeah. No love interest for him.
Yeah.
And then we have fucking Harley and the boys coming too, which are those the Robins?
I don't think so.
If Harley's the first absolute Robin,
It's pretty clear she's going to be one of them.
yeah. Huh.
I think we not seen, I think there's a cover. Well, I don't want to spoil anything for anyone.
That we've seen what potentially the Robin logo.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I think that's issue 20. But
Oh, Chris covers comics. He says the Red Hood gang. Yeah, they all have red hoodies on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Which we know she does lead that. So
yeah.
I thought this was an excellent issue. And I do have to say it's my pick of the week. Even though I'm sad about it because I really love the other book, this was just it's just classic.
I don't know what the other book is going to be. Comics and Magazine is not allowed, right?
No.
All right. Good, because I didn't read all of it. I only just got it a couple hours ago.
I mean, it's not a comic. It's there's so much to it. Like you're supposed to sit and really dig into it. So, yeah. But for me, this was pick of the week as well.
Same. Yep. All right, cool. That's the end of the show. We both got our pick of the weeks in. See you next Thursday.
Pack it the fuck up. All right. Let's close the poll and see what you guys have to say. 47% of you say pick of the week, 40% say poll, didn't buy or read is 13%, and pass is 0. That may be the highest pick of the week ever.
Huh.
47% and 0 pass.
Yeah, that's kind of nuts.
Wow.
He got that motion.
Yep. Hayden's Hideout with the 5 spot. Speaking of Gooner pick of the week, Black Cat number 8, Carr Andrews variant. Really?
I could see it.
See.
Yeah, I could see it.
You seen it?
There's a Marguerite Sauvage variant too, and I'm a big Marguerite Sauvage fan, so that one's fun.
Yeah.
You see the Stephanie Hans variant, the 1 out of 25? That's a Stephanie Hans doing Black Cat's good.
I like that too. Yeah, I want that Carr Andrews cover, but I'm not buying this book, so I need to relax.
Into Gray said that 2% pass didn't happen with this book.
That's true. That means that whoever it is that does that shit is definitely this is their favorite comic.
Yeah. Or they're just not here.
Oh, well,
yeah.
That's also very possible. How we feeling tonight? How we feeling?
Better
How was
now.
everybody's trip to the LCS?
Got me a lager, so I'm doing good.
Oh, shit. You should have told me it was that type of night, man. I would have.
I can vamp again if you want to go grab one.
Unfortunately, I don't have any in the fridge. I'd have to run downstairs.
That's too much.
Yeah.
I can't vamp that long.
Tyler, if you want to say it now, we could say next Thursday we're getting it done. We could just.
Oh yeah, I'll have beer by next Thursday. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll make it happen too, and we'll let the boy know. We'll let Marco know.
He'll probably drink a wine. Ooh.
X Marcus Henry says, first live show, been watching for years. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much.
For years. Hell yeah.
It's
Okay.
awesome. Are you do you go back pre Tyler or what?
Pre
Although
me?
that is years now.
I was a pre me actually. So that
Oh shit. Hey, me too.
2 months.
Oh.
I look like a failed abortion.
Wow. Woo. Heavy, heavy, heavy. Mercury, you got Tigress Island? Is that what you're here to tell me? You rubbing it in? Is that what you're trying to do right now? Trying to make fun of me here? That ain't cool, man. Um, hey, this Saturday, 10:15 a.m. Eastern,
Hmm?
DC Rebirth Deep Dive Part 2. Should be a lot of fun. This past Monday, we did the Doomsday Clock sponsored book club.
That was so good. I'm still thinking about that book.
Yeah, me too. What are you thinking about that book?
Blue Dong.
Jesus Christ.
I gotta get people to start, watch the episode. It's a book club. They're not our best episodes in terms of viewer count because not everyone reads it. So I gotta
True.
entice them somehow. So Blue Dong.
I'm sure that'll get him in. That'll get him in. Comics the Magazine #1.
Hmm.
This is a oh, hey, look. Seer Prophet says whoever does the thumbnails is knocking it out of the park. That's a compliment for your man Tyler.
I
100%
don't
of
use
thumbnails.
I don't use fucking ChatGPT for my thumbnails too. I'm so tired of these fucking ChatGPT thumbnails out there.
They're nasty.
They look like everyone else's.
Stop doing that, please. For
Yeah.
the love of God. If you make comic book content, which is a nasty word in and of itself, but if
Yeah.
that's what you do, you shouldn't be using AI
Yeah,
thumbnails.
I
What
agree.
message are you sending? Come on now.
How about you stop generating thumbnails? You generate some hoes. God damn.
One's free. Um, so Comics the Magazine comes from the wonderful people behind Prana Direct Market Solutions, um, Adam Freeman, that amazing crop of people, um, Joseph Keating,
Yeah.
so many amazing, amazing individuals. He's the editor in chief. Rico Renzi, the art director.
Great job by him, by the way.
Yes. Director of operations, Megan Marsden. She's fantastic. Director of sales, Gabe Yoakum. Gabe's a great guy. And Brian Garside, the director of digital. If you watch their Tuesday show, you know well who those people are. This book is for those of us who miss Wizard Magazine, those of us who miss comic book zines and things like that, which this issue actually has a very nice history of comic book fanzines and magazines done by Jim Rugg. I thought that was excellent. It goes from the first one ever in 1961 to Comics the Magazine in 2026. So that's what that looks like. A nice graph
Do you
for
see?
you.
Do you get the colors?
What do you mean?
CMYK. Those are CMYK colors. Colors you need to be able to print all colors.
Oh. Oh, okay. Nice. Um this is a magazine length magazine with
It's
articles and stuff.
it's bang for your buck
Yeah.
for sure.
$2.99. And you're getting a lot out of it. I don't know how to really like it. I don't really know how to review it. It's actually just fucking awesome. It's an awesome magazine. How much of this were you able to check out, Tyler? I would love to talk a little
Not
bit
much.
about it.
The only one I actually got to read was the quick interview with Che Grayson and Bengal
Cool.
about Absolute Catwoman because the cover has discussion with Nick Dragotta on the design of Absolute Batman, and I looked at it, I'm like, that's a good chunk of the book right there. It's an extensive interview with Dragotta about like the theory and making Batman. But then I saw there was a nice short one about Absolute Catwoman as well. I'm like, I got time for that one. I didn't want to like half read an article, but it will
The
be getting read tomorrow.
so the article in reference, How to Make Absolute Batman,
Yeah.
is essentially an interview with everybody who had a role in the creation of the title. So you got Scott, you got Clayton Cowles, you got Frank Martin, and then you also have Chris Conroy and Katie Kubert, who are the editors on it, and they take you from ideation to creation, and it's incredible to read. There were some gems. In particular, Scott Snyder talks about how he did not want to do Absolute Batman. I think most of us know that.
Yeah.
That he said he would do any of the other books, but not that one. And
Hmm.
it was James Tynion who called him and said, "Hey man, I know you're having a problem figuring out who should do this book because you've been rejected by everybody you've asked. I know who should do it though." And Scott said, "Well, who?" Very excitedly. And James said, "You should do it, dude. If this line is about taking the biggest swings, then what's a bigger swing than you going back to the book that you had such a big role in defining in the 2010s and doing it now with this new era?"
It's risky.
Yeah,
And I think arguably he's doing better.
I agree.
Yeah.
I completely agree. I think this run issue to issue is better so far.
By this time in Batman in Snyder's original Batman run, we would have been at Death of the Family around then, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Which like I don't really care much for that arc. There hasn't been an arc of Absolute Batman that I don't care for.
And the difference in arc length
Mm.
has led to a lot more stories being told
Girthflation in
because
comics.
yeah, well, because in the same amount of issues there were only 3 arcs, and two of them were the same
Sure. Sure.
because the Court of Owls is 12 issues, I believe.
I think so.
So yeah, there's much we've gotten much more story here. um but yeah, I loved reading that interview. It was very interesting. I learned that Nick Dragotta is 50 years old, which is incredible.
Really?
I was thinking he was like, my like our age, like he was coming up, but no, he's 50 years old.
He's looking good
Uh,
for 50 too. Jeez.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So he made his career off this book, which I think is incredible. They talked about how Absolute Batman has allowed DC to take risks in mainline, and that's why Next Level is possible. The success of the line, so that's pretty cool. And they talked about how they plan to keep the Absolute line very fresh and very accessible. They really bang the drum of accessibility with the line, and how they want to make sure that people who are finding it and coming in from manga or coming in from Dogman or what have you feel like they are able to um, find their way in easily.
Is this something I wrote in this? I think I just discovered
What do you mean?
in the classifieds. It's like it looks like half of something I wrote was played with here, which is kind of pretty cool.
Must have missed that.
It's the ones where he so Adam asked for some classifieds
Oh,
possibly.
yes.
Yeah, one at Floating Space Throne. Remember I wrote that one?
Yeah. Yeah, I see it now.
All right. So I might have cosplayed as Thanos in this issue. Cool.
Interesting. Um, yeah, yeah. Overall, this was awesome. I had a great time reading this. I think that if you're a fan of comics, you need to own at least the first issue, but you really should follow it. This is going to be incredible throughout. This is Wizard Magazine, but
Yeah.
it's for everyone. It's not just for the power scalers, it's not just for the fan casters. It's for the people who really love week to week comics and get into it, on a deep level. It feels really special. It's got the power rankings, it's got the price guides, but it's also got the deep articles and the real love for comics. Chew is back, so there's a page of Chew here. Um, yeah, just incredible.
I never read Chew.
Me neither.
No.
I love this though. It's awesome. For what it's worth, pull, but again, it's not really judgeable by the same metrics as a traditional comic book. Um, but let's keep things going. Let's keep things rocking and rolling. We're going to talk about Dork #2. And there was a little criticism that we got this week for the roster of books that were chosen, because there's some more indie books here. We told you we were going to do that. We told you we were trying to listen to the feedback, um, and make more space for indie comics. And of
Yeah.
course, immediately we received criticism for that. You can't please everybody. Luckily, this isn't a democracy, but I think it's good for us to shine a light on other kinds of books. And Dork is one of the books that, really swept the industry last month and that
Yeah.
people are talking about. So we should be talking about it.
And not to mention, next week you're gonna get everything else you want. So so on a week where like there's maybe only a couple of Marvel DC books, I think a book like this can shine for sure.
Yeah, exactly. And so Dork is the brainchild of one Brett Bean, who is doing the words and the colors, and the art in this one. He's joined for the colors by Jean-Francois
Bellieu.
Bleu.
If you listen to iFanboy, they anytime they mention Jean-Francois Bellieu, they say it in such a nice way. So that's why it's stuck in my head.
How often are they mentioning him?
They were big on I Hate Fairyland. So
Okay.
I think he's Scotty Young's guy too.
Well, you can definitely tell.
Yeah.
The DNA of that is definitely here. And then Nate Picos from Blambot on the letters. So Dork is half dwarf, half orc in a world where those groups hate each other. So he has the choice between, going with the orcs or the dwarves, or the third option, which is to say he's hated by everybody, to choose himself, to choose his own side, and be hated by everybody. And this issue is really sort of, hammering in on, well, the first issue is really hammering in on that idea. This one sees him facing down a Time Lord as he loses time in his life.
Can't be using that phrase. Come on.
And the ghost chicken head saves the day in very funny in a very funny style. What'd you think of Dork, dude?
So I had to read issues 1 and 2 for this. I'm not gonna just jump in at number 2. What am I, a scat? But I thought the first issue was fine. First issue, like that whole idea of like, there's light side, there's the dark side. I want both sides are wrong. I want to be in the middle. That was a little fence sitting coded for me, and that kind of annoyed me immediately. I was like, oh, what? This is about dwarves and orcs. I didn't want like a both sides argument, but it ditches that. It's not that at all. It's just probably I was a little tinged that because I watched too much politics. But that being said, issue 2, I actually really like this. I was not the biggest fan of I Hate Fairyland, which I think Brett Bean has also drawn. Since Scotty hasn't done all of it. Brett Bean's been the other artist who worked with Scotty on that. And with this one, he's kind of doing his own thing now. And it's very much in that vein of I Hate Fairyland. It's real cartoony, kind of in a way that's like, it almost feels like 2010s Cartoon Network cartoon style. Like I'm getting a little Chowder here. I'm getting a little like that kind of like Adventure Time as well, with it. But a little violent, a little vulgar, and kind of mixing the two to make a weird hodgepodge, which is exactly what I Hate Fairyland did, and which is what this is doing. So the worst criticism I can give it is maybe it's too close to that other book and it feels a little derivative. But I actually enjoyed it. I enjoyed these first 2 issues more than I enjoyed, or at least more than I remember enjoying the first 2 issues of I Hate Fairyland. I think I'm a sucker for fantasy themed stuff too. So put fucking a golem shows up at the end of issue 1, and in this issue we got time lords, we got time knives that they can do. We got this phantasmical cockhead floating around. It's late enough in the show where I can say that, right? Yeah, I think it's a lot of fun. I enjoyed it more than I thought.
This was the other book that I
Oh,
was really
really?
thinking about. Yeah.
Interesting. This is not
I
the one I was thinking you were talking about.
I loved which one I'm very curious what you thought I was talking
We'll
about.
get to it.
Yeah. I love the first issue. I thought it was really, really fun. And I like it felt very much like the pilot of a Cartoon Network type show. Like it lays the groundwork for what the rest of the book can be. And this issue is, like Tyler said, not necessarily following the same thematics as the first one. But you get the impression of what this book is going to be. Adventures that Dork, the chicken head, the disembodied ghost chicken head, and Dork's shield are going to go on. That's what it's going to be.
Yeah.
And I signed that contract. I thought I signed it immediately with the first issue. And so this was just more of everything that I want. I really, really, really love the look and feel of this. I find that I'm more open to books that are a little bit quirkier, books that are funny, than I would have been 10 years ago. And
Yeah,
yeah, go ahead.
that's why I'm surprised.
No,
Yeah.
I
I'm expecting you to want like a 7 to Eternity, not a Dork.
I find that there's room in my palette now for a Dork, which I'm really happy about. And books like Kaya as well. And this feels like it sits
Fair.
nicely in that sort of space. There was a hole in my fantasy reading because we lost Hunger and Dusk by G. Willow Wilson.
I think that's still being published.
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure she had said that the
Uh-huh.
financials weren't strong enough.
I thought there was another volume, that's why.
I don't know. There was a volume 2
Yeah.
that did happen, but pretty sure that wrapped up last year. But
Either way, you lost it.
yeah. So this is coming in nicely at a good time for me. It's so funny and it's so well drawn. Like I really love uh Brett's art style. It's cute, it's cute. And it subverts your expectation. You expect this to be a book for kids. It's not that. Then you might think, oh, it's going to be some hardcore, like, not kids book. It's not that either.
Yeah.
It sits somewhere nicely where, like, I wouldn't, like, how comfortable would you feel handing this to, like, let's say, an 8-year-old in your life?
Maybe it depends on the 8-year-old. I think this sits square on like a tween.
Yeah.
Like if you're okay with your kid reading the word shit, then this is fine.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like if you have an 11, 12-year-old, I would say this is a great way to kick them off with comics.
What did you think of the map? I'm a sucker for a fantasy map.
Yo, that map is fucking amazing. That's the funniest map of all time.
What were you thinking when you saw the scar?
What do you mean?
I
was
instantly
thinking
thought
World of Warcraft.
Yes, I was thinking of the dead scar in Silvermoon. Yeah.
Totally. I was thinking Warcraft the whole time I was looking at this.
Yeah,
Like
I
just
guess
even
so.
the orcs and humans breakup.
You got to stop reading this then. You can't be thinking about Warcraft. You're gonna relapse.
You're right, unfortunately. But like I said, that's the death rattle for me.
Yeah.
But like Bitter Beard Canyon, BBC reference. Come on now.
No, they didn't. No, they didn't.
Why did Brett Bean feel the need to insert the British Broadcasting Company's reference into this book?
Damn.
Oh my God, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
I don't know what's on his mind. I mean, I guess I do actually.
Yeah.
Style
So serious in chat says, is Dork the next Bone? I think it very much is in that vein of Bone. In that Bone vein.
I like how this area right here is just the edge of insanity. That popped me for some reason. That's some Warcraft ass shit.
Wait,
like go ahead.
You get what is it? When you go too far in the water and you get that bar. Oh shit, what was that called? Exhaustion or something like that.
Exhaustion bar.
Yeah.
Yep. That's where that would happen to you. But in this world, you just start seeing like Cthulhu visions.
Yogg Saron. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Damn,
I
I
love the
think you
map.
made me like this book more. This
It's
actually
super
was
fun.
my runner-up as well. Surprisingly, yeah.
So we're on the same page today so
Yeah.
far. I don't know, man. I see people saying they're iffy on Dork. I'm actually 100% in on this book.
This is one of the ones where I'm like, okay, speculators were right.
Yeah.
Because like also, what did Kirkman talk about? The comics to animation pipeline? This is made for it.
It's made for it. It's got a cute character who has a definitive visual look.
Mm-hmm.
And something that people don't think about, but Jeff Johns has talked about, and I believe he's accurate on this. The title of the book is the name of the character.
That's a good point. That's what like Geiger and Redcoat.
Redcoat,
Yeah.
Junkyard Joe. Yep.
Junkyard Yo. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm all in on Dork. I love this book. Easy pull for me.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm kind of bummed I didn't get issue 1, but it's because fuck you guys. Fuck all you guys out there. You
But
fucking
does
buying
Voltage
it.
Punk have a fucking copy of issue 1? You could blame him too.
You should just post up next week and wait for him.
Right. But it's scary. You know what's scary? It's scary that like I have no idea what any of you look like except for
That's
the ones
true,
that I
yeah.
know what you look like. And you know what I look like. So you could easily pull up on me. Someone could pull up on me and I wouldn't even know who they were.
Yeah. And you might have pissed someone off on the internet you don't even know about.
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
crazy, dude. That's fucking nuts, dude. Some of you are scary.
For real. You don't know what can happen.
Piss you off. Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Man, one thing you'll know it, your comic shop, you're talking about, like counting or not counting supervillain violence, and then you're gone.
Exactly. Oh shit. Patrick Zay, you could pull up on me. You are valid for sure. That I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, you're more in danger of like going to getting drunk afterwards. Like
Exactly. Didn't buy a read, unfortunately, is 59% of you.
Fix that.
Yeah.
I got no interaction with any of these creators, so I have no skin in this game. But it's a damn good book.
Yeah. It feels good to happily sing the praises of a non-Big 2 book.
Mm-hmm.
That's like a new, fresh IP.
If they don't print this in the smaller format for the trade, they're dumb.
Oh, this would go hard in that format. Yeah, for sure. All right. Let's talk about what do I have next? Tigress Island.
You don't.
Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah, let's talk about Tigress Island #1. And I have to give a big shout out to Image Comics for their review copies that we received digitally, because if it wasn't for that, your boy wouldn't be reading this damn book because there was no other way that I know of to read it.
Even though every other page was like 1080p.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Sure.
But beggars can't be choosers. Thank you.
Yeah. Very, very pleased that I was able to read it. Thank you to Image. This is by Patrick Kindlon and art by EPHK.
What do you think that stands for?
I don't know. I don't know. PH probably. Look, we all know
what the
that
PH
stands for Pornhub, right?
Oh.
What were you thinking?
Like pH levels.
Oh. Yeah. So I don't know what the E or K stand for, and I'm gonna actually like walk back from even speculating.
It's fair.
But what we can say is that issue 1 of Tigress Island is I can say it's a very fun issue that introduces us to mostly the characters, and I guess you could say the concept. It's these women who are they're thinking they're going to be auditioning or being a part of. They all have a vague idea of what they're going to be a part of, and there's this individual who comes in who's got a business opportunity for them that he describes in very loose terms. They're not sure if they're going to be hookers. They're supposed to be women who are going to be companions for rich individuals.
We say sex workers now.
Oh well, some people do.
Okay.
And so, but they get kidnapped. They get kidnapped, and they get brought to Tigress Island, and we meet Sorpina.
If you need context, chat, it's who's on the cover, on the top half. On the top half.
And lovely to meet you, Sorpina.
What'd you think of this one?
I liked it a lot, actually.
Okay.
You?
I don't know. I'll be honest, I don't know. This was a very middle of the road book for me. I gotta say, throughout this, I was feeling a little too woke. You know, like that meme where it's like that one friend who's too woke.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm like, look at all these fucking dudes writing this sexploitation comic dealing with racial tropes. Come on. And I was like, geez, I got a little too woke there with my breaking down of this book. And then a part of me was like, we really need to go to a sex island in this day and age? Come on.
Oof.
Come
Poor
on.
timing.
Yeah, bad timing here. It's fine. It's just a sexploitation comic. Like, it's a comic of just kind of has like 70s, 80s sexploitation movie vibes. Even like the what's the whip lady name?
Sorpina.
Sorpina. Like, that is literally like they used to have sexploitation movies where like they would have, you know, like the Nazi dominatrix, you know, that would, you know, I think that like Nazi Dom is like a series of sexploitation movies. And it's but like the book's not campy enough. I don't know. It was a little obtuse for me. And I thought the storyline, I'm like, what are we getting at here? I don't think it really gave me enough of a hook on the actual plot. Plenty of backstory and plot, but like the actual plot, I don't think I got enough of. And there was only like one or two characters that I was able to like get my claws in to actually like feel something about them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think it was kind of a middling thing for me. It might get a second issue, but story-wise, it wasn't enough.
What I really like about the book is that it knows what it is.
Fair.
And it's very clear on that. And I really like issue ones that are not obtuse. I need you to tell me what this is. And this book is not gonna knock your socks off from a like it's not gonna tell you anything deep. You're not gonna come away with some great revelation or anything like that. It's gonna be horny, it's gonna be funny, and it's probably going to be slightly offensive, depending on your perspective. But I think everything that it does for who it's for, it does well enough. I enjoyed myself with this. Not in a bad way, in a good way.
Okay. All right. I mean, Coltrane here says the Winter Soldier Protocol and Sean was awoken for Tigress Island.
Sorpina, fucking what were all their names, man? That Russian, she was funny. I liked her character.
Yulia.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she was funny.
It's
I don't know.
it's tropey. I mean, it's not taking itself seriously at all, which I enjoyed. What I really liked actually, the art. I thought the art was very good. EPHK, E Pornhub K. I like the no pupils. It's just like white eyes.
Yeah,
It kind of feels like a sexy Mr. Bill, you know?
it's a little horrifying.
With the idea of sexy Mr. Bill is horrifying to you?
Oh, the white eyes.
Oh, got it. Okay, I was gonna say skill issue. But yeah, no, I like the art a lot, but the actual plot of it was just like, I don't know. There were some variants though for this though, like
I didn't even go ahead.
I had to like blur out some of the variants to be able to put it on the show.
Damn, bro. I didn't get shit, man. I'm bummed. They had pull or what do you?
Ooh, it might be a pass for me.
Hmm.
No, because I was gonna say it might be a pass, but I might give it an issue too. It's a very limp pull.
Okay.
I had trouble getting it up for this one, and in general,
I did not. I'm a hard pull on this one. And I will be back for issue 2, certainly. They had Dork #2 behind the counter at my
Damn.
LCS. Yeah, it was not on the shelves.
When's the last time that comic shop has had to do that?
I've never seen that happen.
Hmm.
I can't even imagine the reason why. Like you could just say one per customer and call it a day. What are people stealing it off the racks? They grabbing them and running?
Now, one per customer is like a written rule, but those fucking cash registers, people aren't gonna stop people.
They've done it to me.
They really?
Multiple times. Absolutely. They've done it to me multiple times. The only time they let me go with that was when the boss was working there and he knew the fact that I've been going there forever.
Oh,
So he
okay.
let me slide. He was like, we just try to keep the speculators at bay,
Got it.
but
got it.
obviously you've been coming forever.
So this is a
But
new
yeah.
tactic for them.
I was shocked.
My shop was telling me how like Nectar was last week, a big one. And he's like, yeah, we don't order 5. It's a Vault comic. Vault comics don't sell here. So we ordered 5 issues and it was gone pretty much as soon as we opened. And he's like, that really fucks me up for how do I order issue 2?
Right.
Yeah. And he was talking about like how like Dork's another one, all this stuff. So
I do think Dork is the one that's gonna like go the distance.
I can see it. I can see it. Yeah. Strangely, I feel like it's not happening with the Vertigo #1s.
Yeah.
Why is that?
The reason is because those books have larger print runs.
I
And
guess, yeah.
there's no chance that they're going to become some kind of like rare comic in the immediate future. It's really just a print run issue. Like if like your LCS owner said, they ordered 5. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
these stores aren't ordering Nectar.
What do you think of this? Monster NA says they sold Nectar for double at my LCS off the bat. I don't
Horseshit.
like when that happens either.
Nah, that's lame.
If you're the comic shop and it's a new release for that week, I think even if maybe I don't know, pull one and keep it to the side for a little bit for yourself and then sell it later. But like if your stock is double price just because it's speculator, I think that's kind of shitty.
Yeah, I don't like that at all. That's lame. Tigress Island, though, 68% of you did not want to go to the island. 27% of you liked being on the island, and 5% of you wouldn't go back to the island.
You know, I bet you I know somebody who might have said yes to that one. Cool. His name was
Colt-
Stephen Hawking.
Oh, please no.
Let me go to the island. Let me go to the. I know Sean hates these.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy. Coltrane said my LCS told me Bleeding Hearts was a $30 book week 1.
Really? I got the Bacalo variant for that.
I didn't know that. I'm shocked. It was plentiful at my LCS, so I don't know. Let's talk about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, number 16, Gene Luen Yang. Freddie Williams the second on the art.
This is the one I thought would be your runner-up.
Okay. That makes sense. Andrew Dahlhaus on the colors, Luis Antonio Delgado as well, and Sean Lee on the letters. So this is we now know that the Ujigami is Master Splinter. Not only do we know that, but the Turtles know that as well. And so they are trying to figure out how to stop this dude from trying to kill everybody. And so they get into a little bit of a skirmish with their old master because he's trying to beat up Casey Jones. And Master Splinter puts a whooping on his sons and then puts them in some kind of dreamlike state, not too dissimilar from the issues that we saw where they were all segregated and doing their own thing. But this time they're just in a dream and they're all having different experiences. And that's really the long and short of this one. What'd you think about TMNT 16, Tyler?
So once Jason Aaron left, and we read the first Gene Luen Yang, Freddie Williams issue, I was not hot on it. I was on the record on the show talking about how I wasn't really that into it. This is what, the 4th issue? in the
I
run.
believe so.
Yeah. I gotta say, I'm actually enjoying this. I think this is kind of fun. I really so I like Freddie Williams because I watch Red Letter Media, and he's a frequent guest on their channel, you know, doing like best of the worst movie reviews and stuff like that. And I like him as a person, but I really like his art in this. I really only knew him as like the Ninja Turtles guy, but I never read Ninja Turtles, so I never really got to experience his art outside of I think other like Batman Ninja Turtles or whatever. I think his art's really fucking rad. There's like this little thing that he does with the turtles where each of them has, yes, the masks are colored correctly, but they're cut differently.
Mhm.
Where like if this is black and white, you can still probably tell who each individual turtle is. And I like think stuff like that is just really fun. I think there's like a real cartooniness, but also like a grittiness at the same time, which is like almost counterintuitive to Williams's art. But I think it's really, really fun. Um, and I'm having fun with it. And I like the idea that like Splinter's their loving dad, but he's like a little rabid right now. He's just a little fucking nuts. So I'm kind of having fun. Am I man, I've been reading Ninja Turtles consistently for over a year. That's like the first time that's ever happened.
Yeah.
Huh. I think I'm taking it. Yeah, I still don't like Casey Jones as a character. Hot take. But we'll see. He might you know, by the cliffhanger in this, there might be some interesting stuff happening with him.
I mean, to be honest, he doesn't really do much. You know, like he's just a dude.
Yeah, but he's like the one everyone likes, you know, because he's the cool guy. I'm not a Ninja Turtles cartoon guy, so like
I actually hated Casey Jones as a kid because,
really,
yes, because in the first movie, he's with April O'Neil, and I really, really did not like that. I was jealous, I guess.
bro. April O'Neil in the first Ninja Turtles movie.
Oh my God.
She was also the mom from Halloween Town, which is what I knew her from. And I had the big. I think it was like one of the first crushes I had. Like I always saw someone on TV, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Yeah. Absolutely. But I was confused, but I'm not confused, but kind of annoyed by Casey here. It felt like a needless inclusion. I also didn't understand why I should give a shit about the last page where he's like crying at his mother's grave. Like, I mean, that sounds awful to say. Why should I care that you're crying at your mother's grave? But just as a character, like I'm
yeah.
not
You don't have
connected
any
to
in.
him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's that you could show me anybody crying in front of a grave in that moment. Why should I care specifically that it was him?
That dude's mama's boy though. You think he's like Italian or something?
He
But
probably is.
like New York Italian, they love their moms.
Yeah.
But maybe he's gonna try and pull like a you know like a Doom, you know, go to hell to get his mom back or something like that. Go to the ends of the
That's what I
earth.
that's what I was thinking. Like, if you're not gonna do some type of Doctor Doom type shit, then
He's
why are
got
we
the
looking at
mask
it?
too.
Right. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Like I figured obviously he's thinking, oh, they brought back Splinter, they could bring back my mom. But who is buying TMNT to see that story arc? I don't give a shit about that.
But I guess if it's melded into like the lengths he will go to get his mom back, where like he might kill a Ninja Turtle,
Yeah.
I'm okay with like a Casey Jones heel turn, or like not even a full heel turn, just like a heel turn of circumstance.
No, I'm sort of joking. I actually think that would be really cool. Like
Yeah.
if they use it, I think that would be really cool. This particular, I do mean to say that the last page landed softly for me. But if there is a story to be told based
Yeah.
on that, I'm all in. Yeah.
Yeah, I think this I think the Ferreira Aaron run had a lot of high highs, but it had some like lows, you know what I mean? Like it was a little inconsistent. Especially towards the end there where it felt like everything was just speeding up real fast. These 4 issues have been pretty like even keel good, you know? And I think this continues that trend where it's like it's not hitting the highs of Ferreira, but it's not hitting the lows of like the tail end of that run. So I'm enjoying it so far.
Yeah, you know, I think I'm solidly in a place where like I'm just liking this book.
Yep.
And it's the only one of the IP books that like no point like I don't feel tired of it. Like I'm
Yeah.
still just liking it and just enjoying it, and I had low expectations. But Gene Luen Yang's doing a really good job
Yeah.
with the scripts.
And also, I don't view this book as an IP book. In my head, I
Valid.
justify it because it was a comic first.
Yeah, when I said that, I mean like,
I know what you mean. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Like Transformers, or like
yeah,
G.I. Joe.
yeah.
One thing, I don't know if you knew this. The Ninja Turtles were human children in another life?
I hated that. That is so goofy.
Because I know that's the case with Splinter.
Yes.
And I've never read it. It's just something. It's like the trivia fact, like, oh, Splinter used to be human. That's that in itself is like, oh, that's stupid. I like the idea of like a rat who got mutated and just became, a martial arts expert.
Yeah.
The idea of the Ninja Turtles having another life because of this ooze makes no fucking sense.
I strongly dislike that.
Yeah.
I think so I was confused because it's Mikey having that vision
Yeah.
of them as kids, right? And I was like, all right, so when that ended, oh, that was fake. Like that wasn't real. But then I thought, no, was it real?
It seemed like a lore drop of like, hey, this is in continuity and this is him flashing back or forward to. I don't fucking know. Or was it his subconscious playing with Splinter's identity and history and like seeing where they were in that?
No, actually, you're right because Donnie says, you're the only one of us who remembers any Japanese from our past lives.
That's no, I don't like that.
That's dumb. And I'm sure Gene Luen Yang's not introducing that to the book, but Carter Mitchell hooks us up. No, there are turtles that mutated still, but their souls are reincarnated from feudal Japan.
Yeah, I don't like that.
That's goofy.
I don't like the reincarnation. What are they? They're like Akira Yoshida maxing. Like, I don't want that.
And why would they be teenagers with attitude at that point? Like, why do their personalities? Why are their personalities like modern kids?
Also, it was goo. Why does the goo give you a Japanese children brain?
Yeah, how did that happen? Now we're in crazy town. Like I like the simplicity of their origin. Like,
yeah,
how did this happen? I don't know, but it did, and that's it.
Like, do it with Splinter once. Fool me once. Shame on me. Fool me twice. Can't get fooled again.
Exactly. Matt asks, I've never read any Turtles comics. Where is a good starting point? I think you could start with Jason Aaron and just continue on.
Do what I did. Start issue 1 of this run. Read Jason Aaron, Juan Ferreira's. Enjoy the Ferreira art. And then this will get you into it. That one, the first 4 issues too are like really kind of a jam-packed. It's got like a Cliff Chang issue. It's got a couple people on art.
I forget the others, but yeah, it was a really I think that the first 12 are really strong, and frankly, every issue that Gene Luen Yang has done with Freddie Williams so far has also been strong. So I would just jump on now.
Yeah.
Paul, this was good. Good stuff.
Yeah, Paul.
And let's see where you guys landed. I love the fact that we've got 90 plus here with us right now for indie book reviews. You're showing me something right now. Normally those numbers drop when we get into this portion of the show. So the fact that we got through all of our indie books and our numbers went up, I love to see it. Thank you for that.
Yeah, just don't expect indie books next week.
yeah. Don't. Don't. Next week is crazy. Stay tuned for Pal's previews to find that out.
Going next level.
Yeah. Yup. 71% didn't buy a read. 18% said pull. Pick of the week is 7%. Pass. 4%. Nobody really buying this. Damn. Chris Covers Comics says it best. Comics are comics. Love it.
I'm imagining the Mr. Incredible meme, where he hits the table.
Yes.
I think I saw one of those where it's like ass is ass. And I'm like, hey, hold on.
Oh, that's a great, I like that though. That's a good, those are, we could use that as initials. CAC. We could initialize that. Comics are comics. CAC.
I don't think we should go by CAC.
No, we could put that on a shirt. Comics are comics.
We could
CAC,
do that.
CAC.
We don't do CAC.
Why not? CAC.
CAC?
Yeah.
I don't know. CAC sounds like.
Okay. All right. I thought that could be something, but I guess not.
All right.
And I'm glad to see those of you saying that you enjoy that you enjoyed the CAC.
I feel like you can only say cack the same way. You know that meme sounds like "fa," you know, like cack. Like that's the only way I can hear it in my head.
Many cack enjoyers in chat there. That's
Boy.
wonderful.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Look, that's good. Comics are comics, Tyler. You're making this something different, and I don't appreciate it.
All right.
Let's talk about X-Men United #1.
Do we?
I wonder, Tyler, if you and I will be united on our opinion about this book.
About to find out.
Ewing,
About to find out.
Thiago Palma, Brian Reber, Joe Sabino. That's the creative on this one. And the idea is simple. The core mutants that you associate with the X-Men, essentially, are putting together a place called Gray Matter Lane, which is a school that anyone can go to, any mutant can go to receive training, but also to have, camaraderie, sort of a Krakoa esque type of idea, which again is not a new concept. We have had Utopia, they did that, the Matt Fraction run. So, but this is a new iteration on that idea, except for the fact that Gray Matter Lane does not actually exist as a place. It's not a place.
How does that work, Sean?
You go there in your mind. And your body, well, your body is just chilling out. It's like Inception. If you ever seen that,
No.
where your body's just kind of chilling somewhere.
It's fucking VR chat. Let's be real.
Yeah. And of course, because you would think, oh shit, well, if Cyclops is just in some mind space, what's happening to his body? Like, what if Sabretooth just comes up on him and slices his neck? Well, through the magic of Flim Flam, all their bodies are completely safe.
Flim Flam.
No
Is that one of
danger
the New
there.
Mutants?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's the new one. Yeah,
Cool.
that debuts here. And it wouldn't be an X-Men comic, Tyler, without drama. And so Cyclops baby rages all throughout this book, making the kind of drama that we all come to X-Men comics for. Isn't that right?
I'm getting the feeling you didn't care much for this book.
Well, why don't you tell us what you thought about the book, and then I will share my feelings.
Complicated. I think there is a huge opening and gaping wound in the X-Men universe right now in comics that bleeding needs to be staunched by a nice, school-shaped bandage, And I think the idea of Emma Frost from Marvel Rivals, everyone loves her, leading a new iteration of kind of a Xavier school for gifted youngsters makes sense, especially after what happens with Extraordinary X-Men, which Eve Ewing wrote previous to this, where it was like a small class that her and Kitty led. So the idea of them taking that idea and making it bigger, I like that a lot. This book had to do so much to explain how this school works that it was rough. It was rough. Half of the book is explaining how this world works, and then because it's in the mind, anything can happen. So I think that's way too obtuse.
Mm-hmm.
And when anything can happen, then I don't care about what happens. If it's in this mind space that only they can access, like, all right, cool, we'll get our fucking what's his face? Who's the psycho guy? The Shadow King. We'll get like a Shadow King arc. There we go. All right, cool. Cassandra Nova arc, cool. I don't really like that. I don't like how it's a non-physical space. And like the idea that like this issue, like in the process of also having to explain all that, which is even more complicated than Krakoa, even though like you could write what it is, Mindscape School on a piece of paper. That's a short pitch, right? This thing, it has to do a lot to justify it. And I don't like it. And then they even show like what happens like if there's a new mutant. How do we do it? Like they don't actually get to see this mutant. It's like the fucking COVID lockdowns happening at Xavier School. They're remote learning, which it doesn't feel good. Even though like there's some cool, New Mutants in this. There's like Iraqi in it from like Al Ewing's X-Men Red. Lulu is one of them. They had fucking Ronnie from New Mutants. Her son is in it. Wolf Cub. Which like there's like generational young mutants, and I love young mutants. So I did like that part of it. And I really like the New Mutants that were introduced in Extraordinary X-Men too. But man, I just could not get past this whole idea of what the school is. And then you're gonna make Scott Summers the villain again? Come on. Come on. I don't like it. You do my boy Scott bad.
Well, let's say something good. Let's say thank you and congratulations to Typical Spider, who dropped a $4.99 super chat on us to say, "Hi, pals. I've been in the interview process for an IT analyst job for a month, and today I got an offer.
Hell
Happy
yeah.
to have a community to share successes in." Hey, huge shout out, Typical Spider. Congratulations to you for getting that job offer, brother. And I hope they're going to be paying you the big racks that you deserve.
Hard market too right now. I work in IT. That's fucking half those job listings ain't even real. So
Literally?
literally, yes. So congrats, dude.
That's crazy. That is all the good I have to say in the segment of this show that is dedicated to the review of X-Men United. And I didn't expect to have that feeling when this book was announced. This was the book that I was sure was going to be good. I was positive. I got on this program and I told you multiple times that X-Men United was the one Shadows of Tomorrow book that was going to knock it out the park. And boy, was I fucking wrong.
Wrong.
Boy, was I wrong. That was my wrong of the year. That was my wrong of the year. This book frustrated me from stem to stern. Everything about this was irritating to me. And it sucks because I really, really like Eve Ewing and I really think she's talented. But why in the world, after Krakoa, would you think it was a good idea to put the characters back together, but not actually put them back together? It's a way for you to have your cake and eat it too. It's a way to justify the whole line of books and multiple teams, but also have a book that it features everybody in the same team.
And these are people who had sort of beef with each other.
Allegedly, but
Yeah.
every single time I read an X-Men comic that shows me this beef, it's Cyclops or Rogue saying some horse shit that doesn't actually have anything to do with any genuine conflict. He's mad because this is a bad idea. Okay, yeah, it actually is a horrible idea, except for the part where everything about this works perfectly. Because this is a comic book. So because they've solved all problems, they've solved for everything, why is Cyclops so mad?
You mad.
And they even say, I think they say, I think Kitty says at some point, oh, it's because it wasn't his idea or something of that nature.
He's not that immature.
That's not Cyclops.
No, that's not Cyclops. You and I are Cyclops heads though, so like we might be getting a little personal with this, but I think it's justified.
But these are the characters. Cyclops is the one who lost leadership to Storm.
Mm-hmm.
And he respected that.
Mm-hmm.
Cyclops doesn't always have to lead the team or have the big idea. So this doesn't make sense.
What I thought was funny too is like in the beginning of the book when Emma's talking about why this exists, it's like Eve Ewing calling out an editorial. You know, she talks about how they're fractured post Krakoa and nothing feels right without them being together. I'm like, yeah, that's it right there. You understand,
Right?
And so like the threads are there of like literally explaining what does not feel right about the fall. You know, the from the ashes status quo.
Here's what Cyclops Scott Man Baby Summers says, because this is who he is. Everyone is just discussing this politely as though this whole thing isn't a catastrophic tragedy waiting to happen. We all know what happens when mutants gather together in large numbers. We've all lived it. We're sitting ducks, and you're just acting like it will be fine. Hey, that's an interesting thing to say, but Cyclops, everything's fine. You're not gathered in large numbers. You're not together.
Yeah.
You're not even in the same room together. Your ass is in Alaska, and Kitty's in Louisiana. So this isn't even the problem you're saying it is. It was so contrived
Yeah.
to make drama in this book that they cast Cyclops in the role of the villain, and it doesn't make any sense. At least when they did it before, we saw him do something villainous.
Were you talking like Schism era?
Yeah.
Yeah. He did something Magneto-like, you know?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, and the other thing too that like jumped out to me too is like, all right, this whole school is in their heads, right? It's all in their minds. But the new Cerebro, that's physical. So okay. Then why couldn't you? Why? Huh? You got a guy who can make portals anywhere now. Apparently, he was new to portal making at the end of Extraordinary X-Men. Now he knows what to do whenever.
I have a question for you, Tyler.
Yeah.
Since we're just talking here.
Yeah.
Since they say Wolverine and Laura both say that if you get hurt in this gray matter space, you get hurt for real.
Yeah.
Why the fuck would they want that?
Because they really liked Matrix.
What if the Matrix was developed by the machines. That makes sense. Why would you develop a killing program for your students in a brain space? If it's physical, that's one thing. It's not a physical space. You're telling me you want to train these kids, and if one of them gets stabbed, they just die.
Think of the contrary, though. If it's physical space and whatever physical stuff happens in there, it happens in real life. I know why Nightcrawler was here.
Well, we've seen how the danger room functions.
Yeah.
It's dangerous, but there's levels to it, and I've personally never seen anyone get hurt outside of a danger room malfunction.
Or
this shit sounds deadly.
Gaining sentience.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, what if Emma sneezes?
If Emma sneezes, her wagon is bringing it all down. I just had to bring some levity. I'm sorry.
Like I'm gonna keep reading this. Listen, let me be real. I'm going to keep reading this because I like the characters and I'm a fucking shill. But man, I thought the art was kind of not my bag either. There were a couple pages, and I brought up the one with there's one with Axo, you know, he's talking about it. It's got Kitty, it's Cyclops. This is when Cyclops walks out of the team. And like the way Emma's drawn, like the hair is not good. There's a lot of hair issues in this book that were just really throwing me off. I love the colors of the book were very good, but some of the character designs were a little lacking. For like a new X-Men #1 of a reintroduction to a team dynamic that we haven't had in 2 years, I was expecting something a little more, a little higher quality. I don't know a better way to say that.
Dude, not only did I think that, I'm trying to think about how to say this.
Yeah, because I don't want to like bash art, you know, but
it just it tells me what Marvel thinks about this, that
yeah.
Carmen Carnero graduated to Iron Man. And
Yep.
this book now has an artist whose work I've never seen before.
Yeah.
That's what Marvel thinks of this book. So now I know how I should think about the book. And so it's not just that. It's also the fact that I had storytelling problems with this book. Let me show you an example. This page right here.
Yeah.
Now, the storytelling on this page is...
I had the same issue. Yep.
Yeah. what's happening is Laura is, she's got this, I forget which character this
That's
is.
Wolf Cub. Yeah.
Wolf Cub. She's on top of Wolf Cub, and Wolf Cub sees what the Galura flying, and then jumps from underneath Laura to slice this flying person, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what happens. But these 3 panels right here are not good at showing it.
The 4 panels, I would say, because I think that that leap does not show motion as much as that looks like a solid object.
Yeah.
Move it a little bit to the other direction, Sean. Oh no, too far. Yeah, right there. So that leap part, it looks too solid. It looked like almost like some mud guy had mud powers. But then go move it up a bit so we get to that 4th panel. A little more. The direction I feel like is wrong. If that person was flying, they should be over.
Yep.
The cub.
Yep.
I think the movement is not, the storytelling of the movement confused me. Like that's the same sequence I had an issue with.
I looked at that sequence multiple times.
Yep.
Because I was like, how did this person just got like that right now?
Yeah.
And how did they get out from under Laura? Like, it felt like, we talked about, when we talked about Doomsday Clock, we talked about the brilliance of the 9-panel grid and how what panels are supposed to do. This issue and that sequence we just discussed is an example of what happens when the gutters are meant to tell too much of the story.
Yes.
You can't leave so much out of it.
Yeah.
There was something lost in translation that both Tyler and I were lost with that.
And that's Comics 101. You know what I mean? Like, telling the direction of the art. Like, that's, I don't want to say basics, but like you kind of need that to tell a story. And if we're that, it's rare that I see errors like that where it's confusing to me.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to like a big 2 book.
And then I don't know, dude. I had a lot of problems with this. This is a big time fucking pass.
There's multiple people in the chat saying like it was the same sequence they were having issues with.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised. That was rough. And I'm not going to read any more of this. I refuse to put good money behind bad comics. And I'm not saying this is bad for everyone. I'm saying it's bad for me. I'm saying that when I see a sequence like that in a comic book that I'm reading, I'm no longer reading that comic book.
Sure.
That's
fair.
Saying.
I think it's fair.
I'm not an X-Men hater. I want to love these books, but when this is what's being pumped out, I'm not doing it. I've read too many good X-Men comics to accept this.
It's fair. Yeah. I might if anyone's curious, I can check in on issue 2 when it comes out, but I don't have the highest hopes for it.
Steve Canera says can't blame an artist for that. That is 100% an editorial failure. If you're referring to the continuity of sequence issues that we're describing, that's definitely not editor error. I mean, they should catch it.
Yes. Yeah.
But the artist is. I mean.
Yeah.
If all of us see the problem, I don't understand how the person creating it doesn't see the problem.
Yeah.
62% didn't buy or read this.
An X-Men
book. Not a good look.
An X-Men book. An X-Men #1 with the entire fucking mutant world on the cover and Rogue's cakes.
Yes.
Like they were selling it. There's a good cover. There's also a great Emma Frost Peach Momoko cover.
They teed it up great, but if you're not going to get a top tier artist, and if you're not going to, tell me something that actually feels exciting, an exciting way forward. I was under the impression the entire time that this was going to take place in a physical place.
Yeah. But I guess when it was called Gray Matter Lane in the Solicits, we probably should have figured that one out.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, the less said, the better, and I've said a mouthful. I hate doing it because you never know who's listening, and I would hate for any of the creative team or anybody like that. It's not personal. It's just that I'm tired, boss. I'm tired.
So we got Didn't Buy a Read 62, Pass 22, Pull 15, Pick of the Week is 1.
Oof.
That's a more than one person vote, too. I think the math checks out there.
Brutal. Brutal. Yo, my LCS this week, crazy. Mania.
Yeah.
Yeah, so packed. I haven't seen it that packed since the Marvel DC issue.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Huh.
And before that, forget it.
Good for them. People have been
yeah.
outside this week, though, too. It was nicer this week. I guess Wednesday was fine.
Yeah, Wednesday wasn't even the best day this week, but yo, people showed up, and I guess it's the absolute Batman effect.
Yeah. It's
Which
true.
is nice to
Yeah.
see. Did you read Imperial Guardians Near Asks?
I did, actually. Yes.
Tell us about
And
that.
I disliked how much I liked it. It's the uncanny X-Force of Guardians of the Galaxy. They're a Black Ops team. And a lot of Darkhawk in the issue. So I was a fan. I just hate that it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's a big time bummer.
Even though Carol Danvers does something fucking wild in that book.
Yeah.
A little bit of a multi-kill.
Okay, I will have to check that out. If indeed it is in my stack.
Ooh.
Get the numbers in the chat for Sean's stack, please. Let's get that going. What happened?
Forgot about Aquaman.
Oh my god. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Didn't we? Oh my god, my bad. Shit. I totally forgot about Aquaman. Did that win the poll?
It did?
Yeah. I read it. I just forgot that we were talking about it.
Yeah.
Let me get the Yeah. Aquaman.
No, those numbers don't count. Patrick Zay, Near, Gray. Tarek, no, stop it. No more numbers. Put them in your pocket.
My fault, people. My fault. I long forgot about Aquaman. We left DC land a long time ago.
I thought you were spicing things up a bit. Okay. I'll call it out sooner next time.
My bad. Let me just get that. Let me explain what we're talking about, and then I'll get the poll up. How about that? Jeremy Adams, John Timms, Rex Locus on the colors, Dave Sharp on the letters. So this issue is Aquaman's big return to the book because he's been absent from the book for the last couple while they were dealing with DCKO. But most of the issue doesn't actually feature Aquaman. It features the resolution of the conflict between Mera and her mother. I guess Aquaman also sort of taking on the idea that like now it's time for him to really run shit, how much of the world is water, and that he needs to really rise to the occasion. This issue is not at all what I expected. And I mean that in a negative way.
Oh, good. Yeah, me too. I didn't like this issue.
Yeah.
Which is a shame because John Timms comes back. Like he hadn't been doing the last couple issues. And we get into this, which this should have, like, half of this book should have been the last issue. Like, I think we should have ended the last issue with the conclusion of this arc, fighting with Mera and her mom fighting, and then Arthur showing up there. I think the parts of of the story here where Arthur, he's going through, like, he's traveling through the blue and kind of he's having his Thor God of Thunder moment, talking to his younger self and his older self at the same time. I thought that was fine to have in this book. But it has to be kind of a number one in a way because it's retitling the book. This is technically volume 1 of Emperor Aquaman. But also be the end of the previous volume of Aquaman. It's a weird beast that I don't think they stuck the landing on. I thought the art was good. I thought there's some really cool John Timms moments here. Speaking of a guy who draws good hair, John Timms draws good hair.
Hell yeah.
Even the way like everyone has like they're using that salt water spray that all the young kids are using to get their hair wavy. You know what I mean, Sean?
No.
Okay. It's like there's like a saline spray you can use for your hair to give it that like wavy look, like you just got back from the beach.
Oh.
I got some. I'll bring it over next time. Um, but I thought the art was good, but I thought the story was trying to do too much at once, and none of those pieces got their chance to shine. Like I think the last couple of pages, interesting, but I wish that was expanded upon more for this issue.
Yeah, this didn't do anything for me, man. And I've been enjoying this series since issue 1, but this was just a slog. Like, I like Mara fine, but she's not the protagonist of this book for a reason.
Yeah.
And so her taking center stage, it was just hard to care too much about that. And then whenever Aquaman comes back, Mara's mom just dips. I was thinking like, all right, he's gonna take her out because he's so powerful now. But that's not what happens. He doesn't do some cool like shit and take her out. She's just like, all right,
Yeah.
I'll be back later.
She went out for some manatee milk.
That sucked.
Yeah. But then also she does like water dragon, so that's kind of cool. But yeah. What's yeah, actually Coltrane brings up a point here that I thought about. Like the idea of like, so now at the end of this book, Aquaman decides, all right, I have all this power, I control the blue. He's essentially the avatar of the blue at this point. And the blue expands across the universe. So he's turning Atlantis in kind of a universal protector of all oceans across the cosmos. And Coltrane's here, it says, need to see how the space expansion goes. It gives me vibes of when Wakanda went to space. A little bit. And that hasn't really hit for me as much as it hasn't hit for me.
I have 0.0 interest in that.
But also, like, how much water is there in space? That started making me think too much.
Jeremy Adams knows something that we don't know.
Oh, okay.
Apparently. I probably don't continue if this book goes to space, which I guess it is.
It is, yeah.
I just don't care about that. And this issue was not it. Like they should have come out swinging.
Yeah.
Aquaman needed to come out swinging.
I felt like I was signed up for an issue 1 in a way with the title change, and I got issue 15.
Yep.
And like I know it's issue 15, but it's just the Empire starts here. No, it's the end of the previous arc ends here.
Right.
So that it wasn't my bag.
Pass.
Unfortunately, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Not that it's unfortunate that I'm with you, but it's unfortunate that I'm passing.
51% of you didn't buy or read this. 35% though said pull. 14% pass. Nobody chose it as their pick of the week. Fair enough. Fair enough. Ivy points out that there was a water planet in Green Lantern Corps. Well,
Yeah.
I guess that's where Aquaman and the Atlanteans that he is towing with him are headed, because I don't know where all this water is.
I will say there's that Guillaume March Mara Aquaman cover variant to this that I have on the screen. It is fucking gorgeous. I love Guillaume March.
Oof. Damn, I didn't see that at my shop.
That's good
nice.
shit.
Damn.
We had a super chat too earlier. I think we missed it.
Oh.
Also by Typical Spider.
Yeah.
He said,
go ahead.
Yeah, 199 says sponsored Agent Venom book club coming soon for sure. Evil emoji. You do not have to bend either of our wrists for us to talk about Agent Venom.
That wouldn't be evil. That would be doing a great deed, because I would love a reason to talk about Agent Venom on this program.
Talk about Jack-O-Lantern?
Talk about Jack-O-motherfucking Lantern. Who would have thunk that Jack-O-Lantern would come out of a Venom book and be the man?
Yeah. Oh, that's who's the art on that one?
Tony Moore.
Tony Moore. Yeah. Oh.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yes. Dan, we chose Absolute Batman as our pick of the week.
Yes. Surprising. Probably no one.
And let's get those numbers in the chat for the stack.
Redo them. I'm not going back in the chat to find those other ones. Everyone redo.
Redo. Real quick. Let's do it. Did you read any other books this week?
I think I got to some other stuff. I don't think they were this week though. Let me see here. No, yeah, like Ivy saying Supergirl is their pick. I do have that one, and I'm excited for it. But I was getting caught up on last week too. I was a little behind.
Okay. Damn, numbers are flying in. That's what I like to see. A lot of people saying Bleeding Hearts. I've seen that Bleeding
Yeah, I
Hearts
have
was
that.
good
Yeah.
this week. I didn't even buy it. I didn't even buy it. I'm
What
trying
did
to
I-
do the right thing.
Oh, you know what I read that I actually really liked?
Hmm.
Batman Green Arrow: The Question Arcadia #3. That
Oh
came out
yeah.
last week.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
Damn, that book good. That book good.
I think that was the last issue, was it not?
I think there's one more.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if it is the last issue, they did not land the ship, so I'm pretty sure there's one more.
Okay, very good. Glad to hear that. Yeah, I have books in my stack that I'm excited to get to, but of course I can't tell you guys what they are yet, and I can't read them yet because I am living in Rebirth land. I am only reading Rebirth comics. I am only
Ooh.
thinking about Rebirth comics.
What you anything new for you that you've read?
The Superman stuff is
Oh,
all new to me.
you weren't reading Superman then.
Nope.
This
Wasn't a
is the
fan.
this is the Superman that got me into Superman.
I think this era of Superman activated a lot of people.
Yep. It was
So
the merging of, well, it was Grant's action that got me into it, but that once I was only reading the Grant stuff. As soon as the Grant stuff was done, I stopped reading Superman again. But it was the merging of the Supermen and then Gleason and Tomasi and turning Superman into a DILF. That was what got me into Superman. So, but we'll talk
valid.
about that. We'll talk about that.
All right, I'm going to call things here. We've got the 6 that are, well, we've got to read the numbers off.
Yeah,
first.
I'll read them. I'll read them because Marco's not here. So we got Carter Mitchell with 14, Patrick Zay with 13, Hayden with 12, Tarek with 16, Near with 15, Into Gray with 15, James Jones, who I think has a camera set up in Sean's apartment, 16, Arjanai 16, Steve with 17, Southside Ronan 12, JetX 18, Dan 16, Neon Knight 14, Game Master KW 18, Ivy with 15, Entertain Me with 17, Munster 13. Garrick says lucky 13 for tomorrow. Is tomorrow? Are we getting a Friday 13th?
Sure are.
Second one in a row?
Yeah, who's going to die?
Oh, I gotta wear my Friday 13th shirt. Sick. Ted H 29. B Mitch with 19. X Marcus Henry with 17. James Jones already said 16. I already got that. Yeah. Cool.
Cool. All right. So we've got well, I unfortunately wasn't able to get my hands on Tigress Island, so 6 that I purchased for the show. And then we've got,
Are you counting Comics the Magazine?
yes,
Yes. Okay.
Ordained #2,
Mm,
Marion Heretic #5.
fuck. I knew I forgot something. I gotta add that to my poll.
Yeah, dude. I almost missed it because they for some bizarre reason they put the black and white covers up front at my store for this book.
Damn.
And this is the second time in a row I couldn't identify it because it was
Damn.
in black and white.
They said they don't see color.
I need to see this in all color.
I think people are sleeping on that book. That book good.
It is. Absolute Green Lantern #12. Green Lantern Corps #14.
Mm.
Blood and Thunder #11. Wow, how did we get here? Jesus Christ.
Usually through the passage of time.
That's true. Transformers #30.
Strangely a Gooner cover. Strangely. I don't know how to describe that one.
Somehow, some way, this
Yeah.
is what counts as a Gunner cover in Transformers land. And Undiscovered Country #35.
I'm so lost on where I am with that book. I don't even know the last issue I read.
Yeah. I'm just not thinking about. I'm buying and forgetting. at the
Yeah.
moment.
I'll let me know when it's done and then I'll figure it out.
Yeah, I can't do that. But that's it. 13. Lucky 13.
For Friday 13th. Someone said
For
that
Friday the
exact
13th.
thing. Hey, Garrick said 13 for tomorrow. Anyone get 13 before him?
Munster and A got it right before him.
No, before that, there was Patrick Zay. First one.
Oh,
Patrick Zay.
oh,
And I think Patrick was looking for an X-Men code too. So
that's crazy, Pat. Well, talk to me then. Tell me what you want. If you want any of the codes to the Marvel books I bought this week, which I actually think was literally just X-Men United.
yeah. So
Oh my God.
You only pulled one Marvel book.
I don't know if that has ever happened.
You pulled more indie books. You pulled the same amount of Boom books as you did Marvel. That's bad, guys.
Wow. I pulled the same amount of bad idea books as I pulled Marvel.
That's nuts.
Bugging.
You could have pulled Red Band Alias.
I wish I could have, man, but I'm banned. So I guess I'll never find out how good it is or isn't. But this Saturday at 10:15 a.m. Eastern, we'll be talking about DC Rebirth. Deep Dive Part 2. Get caught up on Part 1 if you haven't watched it. It's a doozy.
Yeah.
You're going to want to be initiated on that before we get into Part 2. And watch the Doomsday Clock Book Club because there's essential details in there. So
I like how it's almost being told out of sequence, much like the way Dr. Manhattan thinks.
True. If I could have had it in a perfect world, we would have done the Doomsday Clock Book Club this coming week, but such is life. It's okay.
That's fine.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Appreciate